Anybody who joins up, let's go ahead. Get this transitioned over. So I appreciate any of you guys who decided to join or watch this back again. What do you think, Cora? Like I said, I had a live scheduled Friday and had some things come up, so could not make it. But wanted to show you guys what happened since, I guess, this past week. Everything that's happened. So we're going to wait just a little bit and see anybody else wants to join up. And then we're going to get to it. Like I said, going to show a few things and see, get some opinions on pairings and whatnot. So what you think, huh? What you think? It's cold in Texas right now, I'll say that. Walking down from the house this morning, we had some snowflakes, which Texas, we don't like snow, do we, Cora? We do not like snow in Texas. So that was not ideal, but it says supposed to be, I mean, it's like 20 degrees right now. I'm really hoping that I can keep this mini split rolling without getting froze up. That's the plan. She sees that little frog. What do you think, girl? What do you think about that, huh? You don't know what that is, do you? But I'm really hoping this mini split doesn't get froze up, because if it does, it's going to be a pain. You're going to have to bring in some heaters from outside, and you're going to have to run a de-icing cycle, and it's just going to be a pain. So really hoping don't have to do that. Probably shouldn't, as long as I don't turn this thing off. As long as this thing keeps running, which it should, because it's 20 degrees outside, then we should be fine. But that's worst case scenario. We did get the generator. Generator is put up outside, posted up, ready to go. That way, if something does happen, we lose power completely, you can plug the generator up and run the entire barn and the rat shed off the generator. So that's always good. But let's see. We have a few snakes in tubs. So I wanted to check this guy. Yeah, unfortunately, don't have a lock. She's ready to go, though. It just kind of sucks. What's up, Don? How's it going, man? Thanks for joining up. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I know some of you guys are waiting on my Friday live, but like I said, had a few things come up and couldn't make it, and I forgot to post on Insta and then put a pic in the community tab over here for you guys. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys. I'm excited more than any of you guys are as far as what we already have going. But right here, pastel red stripe het monsoon. Right there we have the spot nose, yellow belly stranger, het clown, 50% het monsoon from Justin. He's in the tub with her. She's ready to go. Like, she's got like 15 millimeter follicles. You know, she's building, she's eating. Actually, last week was our first week to actually miss an ASF, so she's ready for a lock is what I'm trying to say. You know, if I don't get her locked up soon, she may not develop anymore, because, you know, she's not going to have that power to do so, I guess you could say. So really hoping I can get him to lock. He's been in the tub with her for about a day and a half, so we're going to leave him for another day and a half and see what happens. I did pair up this. So if you guys are familiar, you know, the series with these double het girls, the double het ultramone clown girls. So got them from Marco Morphy over in the Netherlands. Got here, would not eat. Tried everything, still really won't eat. You know, one of them was 860 grams or something like that. The Pastave double het, and then the Mojave double het was a little bit 700 grams, and just would not eat. Like, never really would eat for me. Like, just terrible eaters. Tried everything, you know, switched them around to different tubs. Tried VE tubs. Tried these Vision series tubs. You know, we even tried the small Vision series. Then we went over to the 70 series. Even threw her in the incubator at one point. You know, nothing. So ended up just kind of just saying, forget it. Well, on one of these lives, I was ultrasounding the big. I'm going to ultrasound this entire rack right here. And this entire rack is a young rack. You know, I mean, I think the oldest girl here is not even 2 years old yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ultrasound and see. And every single female in this entire rack system, so this is just two 5540 racks shoved together, 6 tubs in each. So there's 12 tubs in total. And I decided to ultrasound them. And sure enough, every single female in this entire 5540 series had follicles, and they were all over 10 millimeters, every single one of them. You know, and I was like, whoa, what the heck? So then I started looking at these, and sure enough, I fed last night, so there may be some rat poop. These girls needed a lock. You know, they had like 13, 14 millimeters. So I was like, you know what? What's up, Exotic? How's it going, man? And yeah, no, so these girls right here had follicles, and I was like, ain't no way, man. Ain't no freaking way. This girl was less than 1,100 grams. So what I did is took the clown head ultra male that's down here now, tossed him in. Sure enough, within a couple hours, she decided she was ready to lock. And sure enough, from now on, she's locked. This is her third lock. I just pulled him out yesterday. And she has eaten probably 8 to 9 ASF, large ASF for me in the past, 3 months. So she's probably close to 1,500 grams, maybe 1,600 now. She's a little bit bigger. So, and she's building follicles, great. Pulled her out yesterday. So I know this because it's kind of crazy how the animals work. Like, it really is. So this girl, she'll eat about 3 meals in a row, 3 to 4 meals of 2 ASF every feeding, okay? And the reason I know she's ready for another pairing, it comes right at the month mark, so literally right at the month mark, and she decides she doesn't want to eat again. So she'll go off food, and she will not touch food until I get her paired up again for that month. It's crazy. It's crazy how these animals work, but literally, like I said, the 3rd month, just pulled the male out, a successful lock, posted it on my story. Didn't want to post about it because I didn't get a good picture. She's really skittish, so I didn't want to jack with her. But yeah, she's building crazy. I mean, I'm probably going to have 2 clutches of Ultra Clown, possible animals now, just because of having this ultrasound over there. I'm telling you guys, the ultrasound, for me anyway, and a lot of other people can vouch for it. If you do not have an ultrasound and you're trying to make money in this, you're trying to do big things in the future, you got to get it. And sure enough, here's the sister. She slammed 2 adult ASF as well, and she was the smaller one, and bigger than the other sister now. I mean, this girl right here was literally 860 something grams. I'm telling you. And she's a beast. Like, she's a beast now. Let me make sure. I'm going to see if I don't get tagged here. You know what? Oh, easy, girl. She's a bitch, too. I'm going to tell you. But anyway, we're going to go over here. I'm going to show you guys just exactly how big she is. So she was not even 900 grams 3 months ago, okay? So let's go over here. Tear this off. Okay, just so you guys see, right here, 0 grams. Okay, 3 months ago, not even 900. Okay, let's see if I can get her on. She's not wanting to stay on, but 1,385. I'm telling you guys, not even 900 grams. A couple months ago. And now she's almost 14. And she's got bigger follicles than her sister does. And she was smaller. So that just goes to prove you have to ultrasound your snakes, regardless of what you think age or weight-wise. You got to do it. I mean, you have to. It's one of those things. You don't necessarily want to breed a snake at 700 grams, but it's not about breeding the snake at 700 grams. The snake's not going to lock unless she wants to lock anyway. She's not going to breed. It's animals, guys. You can't force a snake to lock, or we would all be mega wealthy. Let's be honest. I mean, most of the first year males that we have probably don't lock, when we want them to. Like this male, I would love to be able to force this guy to lock this past a red stripe het monsoon female. But end of the day, it's all about what the animal wants. Let's see, Exotic. He said, nice one of our females went off food for 1 month, about 2 to 4 feedings, and she jumped in the side. Yeah, no, ultrasound's definitely, man, way to go, 100%. You got to get a good ultrasound machine. When scanning the follicles, do you prefer checking size left to right? Or I'll do up and down. I've never done left to right. That's just personally me, because I don't know if you're familiar, but when the snake's progression, at least what I've seen, when your snake is growing follicles, when they get to a certain size, they turn into eggs, right? Well, the eggs drop down. Majority of the females that I've seen so far, when you ultrasound, the follicles are up towards the top, closer to the spine area. And they just seem to kind of just move down as they get bigger and bigger. So that's kind of my method. I just do up to down whenever I'm sizing follicles, because it seems like they drop down anyway. So it seems like that to me would be the best. But I know people who do both ways, or I know people who do the other way. So I mean, it really just depends, guys. There's so many ways you can do, or go about doing this stuff. It just all depends on what you like, So that being said, everybody's doing well over here. I'm not going to ultrasound, I don't think, any of these girls. I say that, but I think I may, because we just picked up a male, okay? Picked up a male, and then we also picked up a female, which is she's technically my snake, not right now, but she will be my snake. She came from Delonte, and him and I worked a deal. Watch out, Cora. And let's see this male real quick. I didn't have my VE rack set up, so I had to throw him in this 5540, and sure enough, he decided that the 5540 was his tub. So I'll probably move him over just because, but right now he's in the 5540 until we put together this other VE rack. So if you guys are familiar, we're going to be selling these two, the 5540. Probably keep this 70 series because I'm going to order some new heat panels for it. It's an old ARS 10 high rack. And I called ARS about it, and I checked my heat panel temps, and I just don't, they're definitely, a few of the bottom panels are going bad. So I'm going to order all new heat panels for it. I'm going to keep it for the quarantine room when we build it. But then I'm going to sell this rack, and this rack. So that's 3 10 high 70 series racks, and then 2 6 high 5540s. And then this is a Vision combo. So if you guys are familiar with Vision tubs, I think this is the 35 S or something like that. It's like the smaller tub. It's what I use in my rats for ASF. But we're going to sell this double, and then we're going to sell this. I may end up keeping this rack here because when I first put it together, I actually didn't put the bottom panel where you see those casters. The bottom panel was not correctly put on the bottom, so we had to drill into it, and my dad and I were thinking, like, what the heck, this doesn't seem right. Sure enough, we put the bottom panel that was supposed to be on the bottom in the center, and it's just too much work to pull it all apart and everything. So that rack isn't quote-unquote made right, but I mean, obviously it still works. So I'll probably keep that for the quarantine room, because if you guys are not familiar, my favorite tub ever right now, like if I had to choose a racking system to buy, and I wasn't buying Freedom Breeder or ARS, I would buy these Vision, or not these Visions, these VE tubs. I got a shed on top right now, but it's you can buy them online. Literally, I just bought another VE6 rack just for the sole purpose of holding a few males until we get the Freedom Breeder racks. And I think by the time I bought the VE200 thermostat, I bought the casters for it, bought the tray, all the tubs, which I kind of mixed up the tubs between those tubs and the smaller tubs. I came out to like barely over $400 shipped, and it's already in my possession. It's right outside this door. I'll show you guys in a second what it comes in, and super simple. I mean, the put together, I guess you could say the installation is a little tricky because you got to run all your heat tape, but now that I've seen one put together, it won't take long at all. But if you guys are needing racks just for whatever you need, or you just want to have racks in general, these tubs along with this rack, my favorite combo, hands freaking down. Like, I mean, you can fit a snake in this tub right here. I mean, this girl right here is probably 800 grams, just a double het ultra clown female. And she fits in this tub so comfortably. The only thing I can say that I don't like is you have to drill your own holes if you're in a humid climate. And if you guys are familiar with Texas in the summertime, even in the wintertime sometimes, if you spray down your cocoa, it gets way too humid and you'll have mold on your cocoa. But summertime, 1000% gets too humid for no ventilation. And then they don't make tubs with cup holders, so you got to go buy the PVC pipe fitting things or whatever you want to do. I guess some people hot glue them down. I don't do that, but like I said, these tubs for the money and these racks for the money cannot beat this. I mean, like I said, you can fit a snake in that tub that's comfortably 1,500 grams. Like, I probably would move them at 1,500 grams, 1,500 to 1,800. But they make a 70 series rack as well for their company. I've never tried it, so I don't know. But if you're just looking to buy and you have a smaller collection per se and you're not ready to spend the money, buy this. I'm telling you. Search up VE racks on Google and you'll find it. I'm telling you, it's amazing, hands down. Let's see, Exotic Pet said, last time we scanned, we did left to right measurements, and lately we have been seeing a lot of people saying best way would be down up measurements. Yeah, no, for sure. I do up down. That's just me personally. Whenever when I looked at Miguel and a few of these big guys, I learned up and down is the best way. So that's just personally my opinion. You can do what you want. But moving on, so we picked up this guy. So I needed a male for the, what's it called? DG Clown, because we have Mojave, Het DG, Posset Cryptic. Her sister proved from the guy we got her from. We have Pastel Double Het DG Clown female there that's building follicles. All these girls have over 10 millimeter follicles, so they're just ready for a lock. Most of them have already gone off food. We have, what do we have? We have a Pastel DG that we picked up recently that's building follicles. We also have a normal Double Het DG Clown that's building follicles. Come over here. What do we have over here? We have a Pastel Yellow Belly Double Het DG Cryptic female that laid a crazy clutch for us last year. She's got like 20 something millimeters. She's ready to go. Inchy DG, which we're not breeding to the DG Clown project. We're breeding the Inchy DG, which if you guys are familiar, we had a lock. Breeding the Inchy DG to the Spot Nose Yellow Belly Stranger Het Clown Posset Monsoon male. Just because I really love the Stranger DG Clown stuff. So I figured I'd take my chances there. But we may end up breeding that male, this blackhead. So he's a blackhead Double Het DG Clown. Picked him up from Showcase. What's going on, Mark? How's it going? Picked him up from Showcase literally 3 days ago. And he's 600 grams, came to me at 600 grams. And he's already he slammed 2 large ASF last night for me. And he's a very beautiful example. We're getting new lights, okay? So I know you guys can probably see. We have a short in the light system. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of strobing. My electrician's coming in. That's why all this stuff's on the floor, all this crap, wires and whatnot. He moved a receptacle for me up in this corner because we're eventually going to have to move all the receptacles up high because we're getting the Freedom Breeder racks. So there's a receptacle here, receptacle there, receptacle here, and then a receptacle back there. We're going to add another one in that corner, and then we're going to raise them all up. That way they fit with the Freedom Breeder racks. Yeah, man, ASF are 1,000% the way to go. I mean, I've preached to you guys. I'll have a snake, for instance, the male that we picked up from Canova right here. He's back there in the back, the Stranger combo male. Picked him up. He was 480 grams. And I feed, what I do when I'm feeding to grow snakes, not necessarily like these big girls. These big girls are big enough. You know, I just need a maintenance feed. But when I'm feeding to grow a snake, I'll feed 2 small or 2 medium ASF twice a week. Or not twice a week. So I'll feed 2 medium ASF once a week. So like that's what I'll do with this guy. So once a week, this guy will get 2 medium ASF versus 2 jumbo. I feed mostly jumbo to my big girls. So I have a lot of retired breeders when we kind of rotate colonies and whatnot. And so I'll feed 2 medium to small to anything I'm trying to grow. This guy came to me at 600 grams. This guy will probably be well over 1,300 grams within 3 months. And he'll be the healthiest he's ever been. You know, all the shits, everything will be completely just, I mean, the bowel movements will be, you can literally go on a let's just say a notepad, and I'll be able to track this guy's bowel movements to the T because of the ASF. Like I'm telling you, it's weird, but you can track everything with your snakes when you feed ASF. They grow like crazy when you feed smaller meals more often. And that's what I do with all my holdbacks. So all my holdbacks in this rack, they're not even, most of them aren't even 6 months old yet, and they're well over 700-800 grams. I mean, they're already in these tubs, So and it's not overfeeding. Most people think you overfeed. You overfeed when you feed a medium rat to a small snake. If you guys are familiar with rats, medium rats are big. They're nasty, disgusting little shit factories. I mean, hate them. So I don't feed rats at all. I feed only ASF. I switched. I did feed rats. Don't do it anymore. I will say, for all you guys who can't technically breed your own right now, we are working on our frozen thawed operation here at Hookem. So we're going to be hopefully off, have some options for you guys who can't breed them, regardless of your situation. Hopefully at a bunch of different sizes. I think I'm going to show you guys the operation because Wi-Fi reaches out over in this corner. So if you want to see the operation, we got the rat room completed. Got it all spray foamed, got all the skirting done, and I cleaned rats last night. So I need to go check on things. I'll show you guys in just a little bit if you guys want to stick around and see that. But back to this guy. Really, really nice animal here. As you can see, he's very, very dark rich colors. For me, we don't have a ton of money, or at least I don't have a ton of money to invest in DG Clown this year, along with Ultramode Clown and Clown Pied, because I spent all of my money on Monsoon this season. You know, we picked up a lot of really nice females and some males. So, and Puzzle as well. Puzzle, we spent a lot of money as well. So this project kind of falls through the cracks, but then again, it really doesn't, because this male right here, I don't have any dark stuff in my DG Clown. If you guys are familiar and you watch the videos, I only have pastel and inchy and fire in my DG Clown stuff, which is not very good. But at the end of the day, I've got the females. You know, the females are big. Like, they're all building follicles. They're probably all going to go, or at least have a chance to go this year. And I wanted something different in my DG Clown. And if you guys are familiar, you follow Arjun Reptiles. Robbie produced a blackhead DG Clown male this past season. And he's breeding for him this year, and he's a freaking monster. And he looks absolutely gorgeous. You know, and it's just, it blows my mind seeing blackhead. And I don't have any blackhead besides this guy. And I've always wanted it since I've seen it, because you can go super form. It only gets better. So this guy right here, he's going to the ladies. He's going to be a ladies' man. He's producing plugs. Made sure to ask that before I even inquired on him. You know, that's the first question I asked the guys over at Showcase. You know, what do you, you know, can you pop him, see if he's got any plugs? He does. Like I said, he's already taken 2 meals for me. And probably, he's only been here for 3 days. Like I said, so I'm going to let him digest for probably close to a week before I feed him again, just because I don't want to stress him out. But hopefully looking to pair this guy up to, I think this girl's going to be the first girl to go to him, just based on what she was follicle-wise. You know, she's hunkered down on this cold side, as you see. She didn't want to eat last night, so that makes me believe that she's ready for a lock. You know, she's usually slamming food. This is a pastel yellow belly, and she proved, this is crazy. I mean, you guys are familiar. So this snake right here was technically only Het DG. I bought her for $250 from High Desert Pythons. And she was only supposed to be Het DG, okay? Nothing else. She came from Fireball originally, okay? So, you know, Fireball has they have a lot of stuff like cryptic and whatnot floating around their collection, along as same thing as like hypo. I think a lot of people have proven their animals had hypo and whatnot. So she paired to my Butter Clown Het Desert Ghost last season, and she laid some amazing eggs for me. Absorbed the previous season, but she decided to go 6 good eggs, I think. And yeah, so she ended up pairing to him, and then we got these snakes, which are absolutely freaking wild. I'll show you one of these girls. That's not her. So this is one of the highlights, and she left me a nice surprise last night. So yeah, she produced that. Okay, that female that you just saw produced this. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that snake right there is probably one of the cleanest snakes I've seen. I mean, just look how beautiful this snake is. And the funny part is most people shit on butter and pastel, but this butter and pastel make this combo absolutely fucking wicked. I mean, when you see this combo in person and you think it's good on the camera and these shitty ass lights that we have that are from like 1950, wait until you see this girl in person. We ended up doing a show sometime this year, which I think our first show maybe will be this year. I'm going to bring this girl just to show her off. But I mean, just look at this freaking animal. Like, when I first produced her, I thought the female was Het Puzzle or some shit, like some crazy shit. But I'm pretty sure this female, just off of what we produce, her sibling, which I'll show you in a second, pretty sure she's a pastel butter yellow belly Desert Ghost Krypton. And like I said, the female that produced her was not supposed to be Het Cryptic. So that's cool, you know. Man, Mark, I want to do, so we really want to do some shows, Cora. As you see, I had to drill tubs out yesterday, and there's shit everywhere. But I really want to do, you know, I really want to do a lot of shows in Texas. Not a lot of shows. I want to do the big shows. My deal is, I don't want to do any shows that aren't big shows, or at least it won't prove to be something to sell a couple animals, you know, because I'm gearing my collection, you know, to strictly high-end, especially with this market the way it is now. Obviously, everybody's going to produce low-end animals when you're producing high-end stuff, unless you've just got millions of dollars to spend, you know, to buy the crazy males. But, you know, if you spend the money to buy the really nice females and you can only afford the mid-range males, you're always going to have, you know, some kick-out animals that you don't need. Like DG Clown, for example, we have, you know, 9 girls going. And you know, I only have this male, which don't get me wrong, this male is nice, you know, but this male is not a $10,000 male. And this male is $1,000 male, you know, at best, at proven breeder, you know. I mean, but yes, he can produce some nice stuff. Like let's just say that blackhead, double het DG clown goes over here to this girl, which that's where he's going. But let's say he locks her, you know, immediately. She starts building. She actually goes for us again this season. I mean, you're talking the best thing you can hit without pastel would be a blackhead yellow belly Desert Ghost Krypton, or you know, technically you could hit the DG clown, but you know, probably the Desert Ghost Krypton. You know, that for me would be amazing. Like to see that female that I just showed you guys in the blackhead version would be wicked. But at the end of the day, a lot, you know, let's be honest, majority of the snakes that come out of this are probably going to be pos, double hets, maybe visuals, het, pos double, you know, or pos het visuals. I mean, yeah, it's going to be cool, but it's not going to be the power of if I had a DG or a blackhead DG clown, you know, let's be honest. So that being said, on projects that fell through the cracks this year for us, you know, we're going to have some pet quality animals or some wholesale animals. And I think I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. If you guys are familiar with the giveaways we've done so far and whatnot, probably going to be giving away most of those animals. Like, I'm dead serious. If we hit, let's just say, I don't know, a blackhead. Let's just say we hit this snake right here, the blackhead, but he's possible double het instead of 100% double het. I'm probably not going to spend my money on testing that animal. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go on Instagram or I'm going to go up on YouTube for now until we get the Patreon. I'm going to be like, hey, look, here's the giveaway. You know, it's going to last a week. You know, all you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe, you know, on this video, and you get entered in the giveaway. Boom, somebody gets this snake, you know, for free. Shipping's probably going to be covered on that as well. And you're going to be able to test that snake. And if that snake proves double het or even a single het or not, I mean, even just a regular blackhead for free, is still an awesome deal in my opinion when you're winning something for free. Some people may disagree, but you know, you're at a different level than different people. You know, everybody's at their own level, their own pace. So you know, there's gonna be tons and tons of giveaways. I'm not even gonna worry about wholesaling shit. I'm being straight up. You know, we may wholesale like the mid tier. You know, I think, you know, we talked anything under $1,000 is gonna be wholesale for us just because of the market. And, you know, we'll post a few things up on Morph Market options or auctions, sorry. But most of it, I'm telling you guys, is going to be free giveaways. So if you're interested in winning some free shit that probably is not going to be technically even close to being free anywhere else. I mean, you know, you're talking this male right here, like I said, is worth probably about $1,000 when he locks for the first time. And, you know, he's probably, a male like that's probably going to be given away for free because there's no reason for me keeping him in my collection and feeding him. He might as well go to help somebody else, you know. So be on the lookout. This season is going to be heavy on the giveaways. We're going to try and grow this community even more and help you guys out as much as we possibly can. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about helping out others that, you know, aren't in the same situation as you. That's what it's about. So that being said, we're going to move on to the next section before I keep rambling. You know, but again, to answer your question, Mark, we're going to be doing some shows. But, you know, we're probably, my first show, I want my first show to be absolutely insane if I do a show. If that just makes sense. You know, I don't want to pull up to a show without having at least 2 to 3 monsoons in my collection, you know, based on what we already have here. I don't want to show up to the show without at least a puzzle or two in my collection to show off and sell, you know, and maybe some DG clown animals. That's just me personally. I'm a kind of guy that I want to be the best of the best if I can, and I don't want to pull up to a show with my second best. So if that makes sense to you guys, then you'll understand why I'm not doing a show until we 100% get the animals we want, you know. And we have the animals to do that. You know, we have the DG clown stuff, we have the puzzle stuff, we have the monsoon stuff. Everything is here to lay the foundation. So, you know, I guess you guys can keep praying to the snake gods for us. And like I said, it's only going to benefit you guys. If you guys pray to the snake gods and the snake gods answer us, you know, that means anybody who's involved in this channel is going to come back the winner, because we're going to have so many giveaways and free shit and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's going to be awesome, you know. So moving on, I know I told you guys there's another animal, so I wanted to show this guy before I ramble too much, or this female, I guess. So if you guys are familiar with Delonte over at Distinct Reptiles, you know, a good friend of mine, we worked a deal on this girl. So this is a super inchy clown. She's proven. She's probably about I'm going to say 1,800-ish grams. If I just had to look at her right now without weighing her, 1,800 to close to 2,000. As Mark said, I'm not ready to do a show, but I want to do. Yeah, and that's the same thing here. Like, we're Jonathan has some displays and stuff like that, but we want to make new banners. We want to get better displays. We want to buy all the what's it called? And just like that, defrost. So, like I said, guys, when it's 20 degrees outside, so we're gonna have to go get some heaters here soon. So we're gonna wrap this up. But yeah, this female right here is a super inchy clown. She's got some good follicles already. She may reabsorb, she may not. Who really cares? But he sent her down. He was wanting stranger, so he was about to buy a combo stranger male and decided not to. I told him, I was like, dude, why are you doing that whenever I have a spot nose, yellow belly, stranger, het clown, posse monsoon male breeding? He's locking. He's going to be going to at least 4 to 5 girls, at least. And I think the male he was looking at was like a OD stranger, het clown or something like that. And I was like, don't do that, man. I was like, just wait. And then sure enough, he showed me some pictures of that girl right there, which is the super inchy clown. He's like, look, I think I'm going to go ahead and list her up. What do you think? I'm like, bro, don't do that. What about this? And we started throwing some ideas around, and yeah, it's defrosting for sure. That's the problem about having mini splits, guys. If you're not familiar, when something happens and it gets too cold outside and you have like rain falling down or snow, they're not going to be as efficient as a actual heat pump unit. So hopefully that can defrost and get turned back on. If not, then we're going to have to go out and grab a bunch of heaters and come in here and basically heat this room. But back to what I was saying, he was like, man, I don't have, he's like, I want this stranger, but I don't necessarily know if I want to spend the money per se. And I'm like, instead of spending the money, you're going to sell this animal right now. You're going to list her for sale. What if we work a contract where you send her down and, she's obviously going to be going to the stranger, but regardless if she goes or not this year, because they're animals, let's be honest, the chances of an animal 100% going that given season are very slim, especially when they just traveled and she was already building follicles before she traveled. I told him, I was like, look, send her down. We'll write up a contract. We'll get it notarized. Both parties agree, make this legit. I was like, I don't care if we're best friends or not. I want both of our sides covered. End of the day, this is business. This is not friendship. This is business. That's what I told him, and he agreed. That's how you got to treat this stuff when you're doing breeder loans. I don't care if your friend lives 10 miles away from you and he has a better snake that you want, and y'all want to work a deal. It's all business. You got to make sure you're covered, because something happens and y'all have a falling out, or vice versa. It could really screw you. So told him, let's make it legit. Sent some paperwork over, made up a contract, got it signed and notarized. He sent that girl down, and basically the agreement was that obviously I'm going to breed that stranger male to her, but regardless if she goes or not, I'm either going to give him a stranger. So he marked her value at $1,500. Okay, I marked her value at $2,000 because personally I need her. I told him, I was like, look, dude, I'll give you $2,000 for her regardless. At the end of this season, if she decides she doesn't want to go, or if I have another snake that goes in the clown space and I produce something that you want, then I will trade you. So basically, I will. Let's say I hit a combo stranger het clown or even a stranger clown, and I want to help him out type thing. We'll do a little trade. So basically, I get the female regardless of the situation, and he either gets a male, because that's what he wants, a male combo stranger. It's either het clown or visual clown, and or he gets $2,000 by the end of this year. So that way, he's covered on both ends. I win either way, because even if I have to pay $2,000 for this girl, that's a win, because she's a breeder female, super inchy clown. I need more clown females for the monsoon project. If you guys are familiar, we're working the monsoon clown projects. We have a lot of het females going. This rack will be full here in the next week or two, and then I'm gonna have to get another rack too as well. So we'll have another additional, probably, 12 to 14 het monsoon females here in the next week or so. They're all breeding. They all have follicles and whatnot. Coming from Cali. They were in quarantine. So that being said, we're working the monsoon clown space. We have this male, which is the spot-nosed yellow-belly stranger, het clown, posse monsoon. He proves awesome. He doesn't. Who cares? He's breeding clown stuff for us. And we also have the normal double het monsoon clown male there. You know, so we're working the monsoon clown. Obviously, we're going to be shed testing everything that we produce as visual, or even not, so that way we can hopefully hold back some double hets. But, you know, having this female in the racks here, the Super Inchy Clown, is beneficial because let's just say, for instance, this season we do hit a, I don't know, we have a black pastel het monsoon. Let's just say we hit a black pastel monsoon that comes back het clown, a male. Next season, it would be badass to be able to throw that male to a few of these combo clowns. You know, just for instance, you got lucky, you hit the black pastel Inchy clown on 100% monsoon. You know, so that's the reason why I want to pick up more clown girls. I trust Delonte. I've seen his collection. I know his collection's clean. I don't have to worry about quarantining. You know, I'm not picking up any more girls from any other person unless I trust them. You know, like I'll pick up, you know, for example, like, you know, some of the big guys that I know are clean, like let's say Justin. You know, I know Billy's got a really good collection. I know a lot of people who bought from Billy. You know, there's a lot of guys, big guys that, you know, you can get, what's the way to say it? You can get a quote unquote grade from their collection from different people who bought from them, you know, or seen their collection. And I know they're clean, so okay, cool. I don't have to worry about quarantining. I push you guys to quarantine regardless of who it is. But if you're like me and you don't really have a spot to quarantine, you kind of got to do what you got to do. You know, I mean, it's just how it is. But that being said, that's the couple pickups. I'm in defrost mode on my mini split. Probably not going to defrost and be straight up. It's like 18 degrees outside, snowing. Let's go ahead and take you guys real quick because I did tell you I was going to show you the rat room. So I'm going to take you. Hopefully I don't lose connection. And let's go over here and show you what's going on. I'm going to put this guy up real quick. And like I said, he's going to be a part of some cool projects, I think, this season. And hopefully we get lucky and hit the blackhead DG clown. It'd be pretty cool. Or maybe a couple of them, honestly. Come on, Corey, let's go. Gosh, damn, that pisses me off. Freaking... Now we're going to have to worry about getting some heaters in here. Been cleaning the shop, so forgive the mess, but this is the VE rack right here. Just this big one and these two, so it comes in a nice package size if you're needing a rack. So this right here is the other table that is going to be in there. So this is going to be my media table when I put it in. So it's basically going to have my computer on it. My TV is going to be above it on the wall. Going to have all the media stuff. That way, if we want to do podcasts or whatnot, you guys can see everything. So, that being said, let's see what it looks like outside. It's cold as shit. Come on. It's snowing. I know you can't see it. It's not like Canada or anything, but it's definitely snowing. Got a full of it right now. So, let's go over here and I'll show you guys this. Come on, Corey, let's go. So, Starlink setup. Man, so that's the size Delicos. I really don't know. I just go online and buy from like Freedom Breeder and stuff like that fit the tubs. I've never been good with telling Delicup size. Yeah, VE6 racks are the 100% goat. And yeah, I quarantine in my house, but like I said, I'm not going to worry about quarantining right now because it's breeding season. You know, if I'm buying something, it's to breed, and if I can't trust the person it's coming from, I won't do it. So as you see, this is the rat room. Still working on some stuff, but had this set up for my you can see the snow a little bit on camera, but have this set up for my freaking face mask, you know, because I don't want them inside. I don't want the filters getting ammonia in them all the time. So I have them set up, but we got the skirting put on and put some Thompson's water seal down on this wood and the inside wood, put 2 coats. And yeah, it looks, I mean, really worked out really well. You know, I mean, this place has turned out to be amazing. You know, when I first bought it, I was like, man, I don't know about buying a portable building. And to me, this right here is badass. Yeah, I don't know if my Wi-Fi's cutting out or not. It says it's not, but let's go in here and show you guys what we got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make like a ramp here, so that way if I want to pull these racks out when I'm cleaning or want to blow them off, I can. Here's the closest water spigot. I'm gonna build like some sort of little patio right here with some flagstone. That way I don't get dirt on my feet. And then we're gonna put a another night light right here so that way I can see without having to go turn on the light on the other side. So that's that. And then let's open this bad boy up. Oh yeah, right now it's a little steamy in there. As you see, it's nice and warm. But here it is, spray foamed. You know, water seal on the bottom. This place is like, it's a fortress. I'm being straight up. Like I have 2 heaters on low heat in here, little box heaters, and it keeps this place 75 degrees and it would go more if I didn't turn it down. This place is literally, it's so insulated, but we have all the ASF racks. So I'll kind of tell you guys what I'm doing here with this rack. This rack right here is going to be the grow out rack for my stuff. So all this are going to be males. As you see, we just pulled a bunch last night. Have them in here because it's a lot easier for them to eat out of these tubs than it is versus the big tubs over there. Until we buy the Freedom Breeder or the ARS style metal racks. But this side's going to be females. This side's going to be males. This is going to be my grow outs that I feed and whatnot. And then basically in here, these are all my ASF 5-to-1 colonies off in here. And then this is my holdback rack for the wholesale guy that I use. So he comes in and wholesales, or I guess I wholesale to him every 2 weeks. And this is the holding rack for right now until I build something else. So as you see, you know, just a bunch of holdback ASF. Basically, this is just to hold them for a few days. You know, this is not for them to live in. There's a bunch of them in there. There's probably 80 in each tub, 80 to 100. They're fine. I don't have any die off because they only stay in there for a few days. They have plenty of food. Make sure to supplement, you know, and give them plenty of water, whatnot. This rack right here is, these bottom tubs are made with the wrap mesh, or the bigger mesh, you know, not the ASF small mesh. That's what my adults are in before I feed. So when I pull them out of this rack right here, I put them in here, and basically they're in there for the next day or two until I feed. That way I know, you know, what I'm feeding. And then these are colonies right here. All these are colonies. These are my big colonies, so I usually run like a 10-to-2 or a 12-to-2 in these colonies because they're giant tubs, or they're 70 series tubs, you know. So I have lots of babies in here, ton of babies. You know, I mean, they produce like crazy. Those colonies right there produce obviously 12-to-2 or whatever. This 6 right here produce more than an entire rack system here, just because they're giant colonies, you know. But I will say, if I had to choose what I wanted to do, it would 100% be these vision tubs, these short vision tubs. All the babies can eat. Every size can eat out of this tub right here. Every single size can eat out of this tub. No problem at all. They grow amazing. They grow quick. You just got to be really careful because these tubs, they get filled up very, very quickly. You know, I mean, when you have a bunch of babies in there, you got to pull perfect time. You got to pull as a weaned, perfect weaned. If not, then the mamas won't be able to produce for the babies. Small babies will die off. So you got to be on top of your shit when you're doing stuff like this. You know, you got to be pulling multiple times a week as you walk through. And for me, I've got it down now, and it works perfect because everybody eats amazingly. Said that's the room. Still working on it, obviously. Have some tables set up. I'm going to put a table in here. Going to put a rack system, basically what I'm trying to say, to put all of our food, all of our bedding, you know, stack it up. That way it's out of the way in case a rat does get out. Picked up a BB gun. So one of these rats get out in here, I ain't jacking with it. I'm going to take that BB gun, pop it in the head, and we're going to go feed it off. So that being said, guys, she loves it in here, obviously. We're not answering any questions. The room to remove the heavy ammonia smell would be to grow fans. Yeah, man, I'm gonna try that for sure. Because that's another thing. I'm gonna put in this corner. I'm going to put one of those exhaust fans right here in this corner. But right now in the wintertime in Texas, it's not too bad, and I keep this room pretty clean. But definitely in the summertime, we're gonna 100% do that. It's snowing pretty good right now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but come on, let's go, Cor. Come on, let's go. But yeah, man, I mean, everything's going well. I mean, I'm not even gonna answer that. But anyway, so yeah, this is what we got. So you know, again, de-icing, lots of snow, or probably gonna be lots of snow. It's coming down pretty good now. But I appreciate you guys joining up. This is the rat room. You know, I know you guys have been waiting to see it for a while. But like I said, we're gonna put something in the front here, and maybe put some little outdoor light up under there. Yeah, pretty excited. But I think this is it's gonna be the end of the video, guys. I'm gonna go up and eat some breakfast. Danielle's cooking. But again, thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, share, subscribe on the video. Appreciate you guys for taking time out of your day to come see what we got going on. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.